Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
That's a Darkseer ban. Yeah, that's interesting.
Seconds remaining.
Oh, it's always so hot in this room whenever I put this headset on. Alright, let's do it. What's up, guys? This is Mikelorus, going to be casting game number 2 in the best of 2 between the CIS Experience, who took game number 1, spoiler alert, versus Island Team on the Radiant and Dire respectively. Kind of curious ban in the Darkseer, who I believe wasn't picked, or I know wasn't picked last game. I don't think was banned last game either. Looks like Island Team, they're not going to respect the Mirana, they're not going to respect the Slark ban. They'll just ban out someone who CIS Experience, I guess, maybe would have not even considered. But that's okay. As I said before, this is a best of 2, and CIS Experience are up 1 game over the Island Team. I think really the big difference in the last game, you could look at the score and say, wow, Mirana was doing so well, or wow, Slark was doing so well. But really, the difference in that game was the fact that the CIS Experience supports were really, really active. Like, the Bane constantly got very, very long Fiend's grips on people, and there's something to be said for that alone. When you combine that with the fact that their Disruptor was extremely active as well, and then you compare that to the Shadow Demon Chen of the island, I mean, the Chen didn't really do anything. It saved the Brewmaster, like, once, and that's it. His creeps didn't really, he got like a gank off, but that's not really what you want out of a support hero. And Shadow Demon was most of the time forced to use his disruption on himself, which is less than ideal. The supports really set up the core heroes for the CIS Experience in order to get those kills and get that farm in order to get more kills. So the CIS Experience, really the support heroes, doing a lot more than the supports for Island. And we'll see if Island can get some supports that it will perhaps be a little bit more active in this particular game, but it looks like for now they're going to delay their support choices for the second, possibly last pick, as they first pick up the Doom as well as Mirana. So going to go first a whole lot of raw power. Doom Mirana not really having any huge synergy between the two heroes, but still Doom is really not a hero you want to play against just because it does change the way you have to play the game, especially if he does go for any sort of mobility item. Hell, even if he doesn't, just being doomed means you, first of all, cannot put all your eggs into one basket, like the Faceless Void, which has just been banned out by Island. Because if you do that, you're just going to get doomed, and then suddenly your basket is doomed. And what the hell are you supposed to do with the doomed basket, guys? Somebody tell me. Because I kind of want to know. So they have to kind of spread their power out so that Doom doesn't completely shut one person down. As it stands right now, Doom, the ultimate, is going to be really, really good versus CIS Experience in that they have the Invoker who gets hit probably like the hardest. And Storm Spirit gets hit pretty hard, but maybe Queen of Pain. But Invoker just gets absolutely demolished once he gets doomed. I guess, well, maybe not. Maybe the Storm Spirit gets hit harder because Invoker does have Extort Orbs to kind of do some more damage. So maybe not. But what the point is that Invoker does get hit really hard by Doom, so CIS Experience is going to have to try to spread the power out on their team amongst 2, maybe 3 heroes if they do want to do that. And the bans now, Bane as well as the Treant Protector being kicked out from the CIS Experience, Tidehunter, Faceless Void out from Island, as both sides pick up some support heroes. Shadow Demon Dazzle going to be the combination from CIS Experience, and I love this combination. It doesn't seem like a great combination until you realize the fact that you make 2 illusions, and Shadow Wave does a lot of damage. I mean, 80 damage once you put the disruption on them. They're going to pop out of the bubble with 2 illusions, hopefully with the curse on them, and then instantly you'll heal them, or heal yourself because you're right next to the bubble. That's a lot of damage, guys. That's like, already that's 100, more than 100 damage on a level 1 skill. When you level that up, and if you get, 5 units healed around that bubble, you could literally 100 to 0 someone just with a disruption to heal. Not even mentioning Soul Catcher. Soul Catcher just makes it an amazing combination. So CIS experience are going to be able to get many, many kills off of that, I'm sure. It's just a devastating combination, and it's not really intuitive, but at the same time, it's so elegant. Island team, on the other hand, going to go with the, again, another powerhouse hero. There's not that much synergy with Doom, Mirana, Ancient Apparition. They really need a setup hero for Mirana. Bane is already out of the pool. I think Island at this point have got to be looking for a Rubik, or possibly a Wraith King. Yeah, maybe a Wraith King looking a little bit better with a Slark on the field, just someone to duel the Slark. Although having your int being stolen is not exactly fun. I do like the Wraith King support here for the Island team, but I could completely understand the argument that is to be made for a Rubik support. They need someone to set something up so that Mirana can lay down an arrow. If that arrow lands, once again, they'll have to deal with the fact that Shadow Demon's on the other end, and Bubble will keep whoever's arrowed safe. But once arrow lands, if they do have that setup stun to do that, then Chilling Touch is just going to do work. Now they'll have to go through a lot of things though, because CIS experience, although they do have the super aggressive combination of Shadow Demon and Dazzle, they can put out a lot of damage on an individual target. They're also inherently super defensive heroes. We saw the defensive capabilities of Shadow Demon in the last game. There you go, Wraith King's gonna be the pick support for the Island team. Dazzle, of course, the nuke that I was talking about, is also a heal. Like, you can't forget that. It doesn't heal the most as far as heals go, but it's still substantial enough, and Shallow Grave means you just can't die. Shallow Grave, I believe, does override Ice Blast, and it's really just a great counter to Doom, because once you Doom someone, usually you're like, well, that guy's dead, don't have to worry about him, but not really for the CIS experience, because first of all, you're going to have to get through Disruption, you're going to have to get through Shallow Graves, Shallow Graves, and Shadow Waves. I don't know if Doom shuts off Shadow Dance. It disables most passives. I don't know if Shadow Dance is one of them. I should know, but I don't. So yeah, Doom is suddenly not as effective with the defensive heroes of CIS experience. Island, they're gonna have to go pretty deep into their lanes and just make sure that their lanes are absolutely crushing. But that's really hard at the moment, because CIS experience, they have the Invoker, who mid lane right now looks to be uncontested. Island are going to be looking for a mid lane hero that's not going to be Puck, banned out by the CIS experience. Storm Spirit, Naga would be, well, it'll be okay. Fish versus Fish, that's always fun to watch. Dragon Knight would be really good here, actually. Just give Island team so much bulk in the Doom, Wraith King, and Dragon Knight in the front lines. And DK versus Invokers is the worst matchup in the world. Ooh, CIS experience, their last pick. And they got their core heroes in the Slark Invoker, going to go for an Axe. Kind of replacing the Centaur of last game. It was, of course, banned out by the Island team. So, Axe is going to be the replacement. They could run this lane very aggressively and use that disruption into Curse, into Shadow Wave combination, and then Slark just cleaning up everyone else, and then try to get kills that way. Versus Wraith King, Ancient Apparition, Mirana, it's going to be a at the very least, exciting lane to watch, but I don't know if CIS experience really want to do that. They could, of course, with the Axe pick, opt to sack the lane entirely. Say, Mirana, Ancient Apparition, Wraith King, too dangerous, not going to fight it. Axe is going to go to the jungle, Shadow Demon, Dazzle, Slark going to be doing their thing on the bottom lane, and then that's going to be that. Although nowadays we don't really see teams sacking lanes anymore, it is an option that they do have open for them. And Island team, thinking about their mid lane heroes, the Axe, I don't think changes the DK power. I think it actually, if you're going to be playing a DK, you want to be playing it versus Axe. Most likely it's not going to be 1v1 in lane, in which case DK doesn't have the best time versus Axe, but there's the fact that Counter Helix is physical and DK is well known for his high armor. So, kind of a natural tanky counter versus the Axe. It's not the best, obviously. Like, DK is semi-reliant on his right clicks, at least later on in the game, and then Berserker's Call makes things a little bit awkward. But it's not the worst pick in the world for Island. They can go into a little bit of a pushing route. Other mid lane heroes versus the Invoker, which quite frankly isn't the most scary hero to be going up 1v1 in the mid lane. Oh, also there's the fact that, I forgot to mention this, CIS experience, Disruption, Soul Catcher, Sunstrike, that's also a thing. So whoever gets caught by the CIS experience is most likely going to die, and die really painfully. So the Island team, they could go for a Storm Spirit and just try to outmaneuver the CIS experience, but then again, Wraith King, Doom, Ancient Apparition, not exactly the most mobile heroes in the game. Queen of Pain just for raw power. I mean, they've been building raw power thus far. Why stop now? Ooh, but it's going to be a Death Prophet. Not exactly the DK pick I was expecting. Going a little bit deeper into the push. It's not the worst, I don't think, but yeah, I don't like it. I mean, she'll definitely be able to take towers, but if your Death Prophet gets caught, usually you would say, Death Prophet, oh, she's a tanky hero. That's when she gets some farm up. Shadow Demon, Dazzle, Slark, that combination is going to destroy her. They don't even need that combination. Shadow Demon, Disruption, Soul Catcher into Sunstrike, that's going to destroy her. It's going to be a little bit rough for the Death Prophet unless the Island team go full aggressive and then just keep that aggression up. Just look for kills constantly with the Wraith King, Ancient Apparition, smoke up, look for more kills, get the kill, and then rinse, repeat until you're very far ahead. It's a lot to ask for in making Ancient Apparition and Wraith King do something like that, but it's definitely something that the heroes are capable of doing. They'll need to be on the aggressive for most of the game if they want to be in control of it. And CIS experience, they're a little bit more okay with sitting back and just dominating their lanes. I completely forgot that I could do this. I did not hit the zoom at all last game. I'll make sure to remember that. Okay, so we have on the CIS experience, we have Fentic once again on the Slark, this time going towards the bottom lane. Dr. Wu played a pretty good Disruptor last game. This game is going to be on the Dazzle. Shadow Demon is going to be played by Cygnus Bite Me. Is going to be on the Axe. They're going to run into 5 very, very angry Island team heroes, and if they try to fight this, that will be really, really suicidal. So don't do it. Invoker is going to be played by Remake, and he has a hat? What the hell?
Showtime.
It's just a hat. It's a wizard hat. Invoker puts on his robe and wizard hat. Alright, on the Island side, we have going towards the bot lane. Titan going to be playing the Doom with a pretty kick-ass helmet. Born 2K is going to be on the Death Prophet. I don't speak that language. Sujiro is going to be on the Ancient Apparition. BGN on the Mirana, and Matt Zero is going to be playing the Wraith King. So it looks like that combination of Dazzle as well as Shadow Demon definitely going to be sticking together, opting to go for the Axe. I actually really like this decision. The Slark is more than capable of handling the Doom. The Doom does have less armor, has a little bit more base damage. Doom's going to get farmed no matter what. Slark, though, is capable of killing the Doom, whereas the Doom is not capable of killing the Slark. And races the Invis rune. Cygnus is going to secure that one. Can they get a kill onto Matt Zero? That heal, you can see how much damage it's doing. That's just 2 level 1 skills, plus a couple of right clicks, and Wraith King is already almost dead. That's a salve being forced out for 1 cast of Disruption, 1 cast of Shadow Wave. That's value right there. So this top lane is going to be where we're going to be focusing most of the attention, because Bite Me is Axe, and Axe Dazzle is a thing. You're just putting so much damage. You could be so aggressive while spinning all the time, and then just be healed by your friendly Dazzle. It works really, really well, and Axe is a hero that thrives when he's close to the enemies. What else thrives when you're close to the enemies? Oh, that's right, Shadow Wave and its nuking potential. So this lane is going to be really hard for Island to really lock down once CIS experience start to be really aggressive. The problem is that BGN is Mirana, and catching a Mirana is always not impossible. However, Matt Zero, this is a little bit something that they could do right now. Look at the heal bomb. That's the heal bomb they wanted. Matt Zero all the way down to about 1/4 of his HP, just with 2 casts. Once again, Dr. Wu looking for this kill, will get Hellfire blasted for his troubles. Gonna get stunned up and on the run. That's slow doing so much. There's another heal. Will it be enough? Arrow dropping him down to 12 HP. Cygnus trying to get in their way for a little bit body blocking. Here comes Bite Me. Does have a call. call. Will eat the arrow for his team. There's the call. How many spins is he going to get? Going to get 2. Going to get 3. Will get the first blood onto BGN. And he's going to go for more because there are still creeps here. Another heal onto Bite Me. Shadow Poison will tag the Ancient Apparition. Going to eat a Tango. Try to escape, but the spins are there. And that's going to be 2 kills for the Axe, or 2 kills for CIS Experience. Bite Me, though, going to get hit with a little bit of stunning action. Still only 1 skill for Dazzle. Does have Shallow Grave available. Now he does. Yes, Bite Me should be fine right now. BGN does not have another skill. Arrow not up quite yet. Cygnus, though, going to get his Clarity canceled by the Ancient Apparition, but looks like that's about the end of it. Axe going to pick up his boots, and that is the aggression that CIS Experience can put on to this top lane. Now, it was kind of a little bit weird just because Mirana was caught in a creep wave, and she didn't have leap, so that was as perfect of a timing you could possibly want if you are on the CIS Experience. Bite Me also getting some pretty good spins there, getting like 3 value spins, and by that I mean spins that hit 2+ people. So that went really, really well for CIS Experience, but Island, they could definitely make to look things happen the other way. That's definitely in the realm of possibility. Taking a look at down the spot lane real quickly. 10 for 5 Fantic versus the 5 for 4 Doom. This Slark could even go for prioritizing build on Essence Shift if he really wants to, and then just try to dual Titan, never-ending duels. Slark, in this scenario, if he does want to do that, getting a Poor Man's Shield would be really, really good for him, but going for Power Treads, also viable if he does want to do that. Titan, either way, is going to be getting his farm because of Devour, but will fall behind as far as CS is concerned. Taking a look at the mid lane now, it's actually not an Exhort Invoker. Okay, bottom lane, Titan once again dueling with Fantic. He will survive, but will get roughed up in the experience, in the exchange rather. It's not an Exhort Voker. Well, I mean, X-Voker is really good at killing off Wraith Kings. It's really good at tapping the heroes like Doom out of mana, which is, it's something to be said for that. EMP does do the job if you're going to be facing up against these really, really mana-reliant heroes. But at the same time, there's disruption on the field, on your team. I'd be super greedy and say, Exhort, let's do this. You put him in a bubble, ping it madly, and I'll Sunstrike him. That's a devastating combination, but it looks like CIS Experience, they're confident enough in the kill potential of these 3 heroes on the top lane to say, Invoker, we don't really need you. We need you for the mid game, for when their mana abilities are going to be really, really troublesome. And it takes discipline to do that as a team. It's really, really easy to go all in into your lanes and just try to dominate them, but they're doing it well enough at this point that they could say, we're good with the way things are going. We don't need any more power in this top lane. You're fine, Invoker. You're fine. And Invoker's 11 for 2, falling a little bit behind the 21 for 16. Holy crap of the Death Prophet. I can tell you one thing. He would not be that far behind if he had the Exhort base damage behind him. That is a guarantee. But a farm Death Prophet, that's not really going to win you the game. Mat Zero, once again, going to get put into the bubble, and the Curse, and the Heal Bomb. This time not doing as much damage, but will get called by Bite Me, and then just beaten down. Bite Me now going to go charging after Sachiro. He's actually getting hit pretty hard by these range creeps. He's going to try to run for it, but that's not going to happen. Bite Me is going to get his feet frozen. It looks like no. The aggro pulled by Cygnus, and the heals will keep them all alive again. Ancient Apparition will escape. It will be the only one to die. No, actually, him and the Wraith King will be the ones to die on this top lane. Mirana does escape death, but for how long. This tower is slowly getting whittled away, and Bite Me with the Tranquil Boost now just regaining HP for that eventual next dive, and you could bet that's coming very, very shortly. Taking a look at the side lanes once again, don't really expect there to be many kills happening. Slark now has his level 6 mark, so Doom, until he gets Doom, is going to be hard pressed to keep up with this Slark, although Slark does know he's being seen. He's looking for a kill. There's a bottle on the Doom. And really, I don't even think Kuko wants to spend mana here, although he is going to. Just, go one toe-to-toe. Fight me, bro. Come on, 1v1 me. I'll wreck you. I swear I'm your mum. He's going to let that Doom go free. Doom not yet at that level 6 mark. Once he has that, I think he's probably going to look for a kill on the Invoker. Just dooming him, hitting him with the Crypt Swarm should do the trick. Invoker, you can see, highly prioritizing Quas, which is a little bit unorthodox, but when you're far behind like this in lane, without going for Exhort, Wex isn't really going to help you unless you're planning on moving places, but top lane, again, is strong enough to not need the Invoker's support. So the Invoker just needs to stick in lane, take the occasional Crypt Storm hits, and then hopefully recover from that. So I do like this kind of adaptation from Remake. Usually you don't see this. This is far from standard. Bite Me, you're going to have to be a little bit careful because this could happen. Cold Feet with the Chilling Touch. Bite Me is going to get chainsaw with an arrow, doing a little bit of damage with the spin. He's dead. And look at that star. That is pretty badass looking. I think he's dead though, guys. I think he's already dead. So it's not actually a puppy paws. Alright, so Axe is going to die after going suicidally into the other team. Maybe he disconnected or something like that. But either way, we could look at the other lanes again. Slark is level 6 versus the now level 6 of Doom, who is very, very far behind. But, you know, the mid lane is about a wash when you combine the mid and bottom lanes for both teams. Top lane still going in favor of the CIS experience. So CIS experience, you could say, is a little bit further ahead than the island team. With a score of 4-1, you would really expect that. 1,000 gold advantage, a little bit less than 1,000 experience advantage. Cygnus getting hit with a stun, but there's really no follow-up from that. Matsura just deciding to burn the last of his mana pool in order to make that happen. Titan now looking for a Doom opening onto Remake. Remake can just run to the north. However, here comes Titan. Remake is on the run. Shadow Demon's going to come in. Crypt Storm's going to happen, and instantly the Shadow Grave. Remake can be denied, but it will be very difficult. Let's see how good their timing is. It's perfect. Dazzle denies Remake. And Doom's first rotation, his first uses of the ultimate, resulting in absolutely nothing but Slark getting more farm. Axe left on the top lane to fend for himself, and that's something that obviously he can't do. Last time he tried to do that, he ended up getting killed really quickly. So Dr. Wu and Cygnus, they got to go up back to the top lane if they want to continue shutting this Mirana down. But teleporting to the mid lane, saving your Invoker from death, I guess, from a bad death, let's say that was a good death, is perfectly worth it. That was a really hard deny. I mean, Doom is constantly taking you down on damage in Shallow Grave. You gotta like time that perfectly. That's really hard. Props to who actually got that deny. Props to Dazzle for getting that hit. Kuko now gonna try to go for Titan. He will Dark Pact, doing a little bit more damage. Kuko with the Orb of Venom, unable to chase down this Doom because of the Scorched Earth, but it looks like Tornado EMP will catch both the Wraith King as well as the Ancient Apparition, both now completely out of mana. Mirana's ultimate will save them for just a little bit longer. Dr. Wu too far away to get any of his skills off, but getting a 2-man EMP, even if it doesn't result in any kills, at the very least will result in them falling back quite a bit. Ancient Apparition, he's going to base. Wraith King does have 10 stick charges, so he's going to look to make some action happen on this top lane. Going for Axe without the Ancient Apparition Chilling Touch, though, is very, very ambitious, and probably should not be attempted. Once again, Titan, we see him moving towards the mid lane, does have Doom yet again. We saw this episode. We saw this, and I think I know how it ends. Titan just waiting for an opportunity, but the creep wave is pushing towards Remake's tower, so the opportunity is going to be a little bit longer off, and they know that the Doom is off the map. So Remake, he's got to be a little bit careful right now. Top lane looks like there's going to be some action there as well. Yeah, everyone and their mom is teleporting up to the top lane, but Remake, we want to keep our eye on him for now, because Titan's going to come in and land the Doom, but this time Remake's a lot farther from Born Decay, though. Phase Boots plus Witchcraft damage. Remake is going to go all the way to his tier 2 tower. Titan needs one hit at least. There's one Remake. This time it looks like he will go down. Another Crypt Swarm. Remake is going to bite the dust, but in the meantime, we have Axe actually dropping, and Sujiro going to go for Cygnus. Shadow Poison plus right clicks will kill off the Ancient Apparition. Wraith King already down, and now Healing Wave. Dr. Wu is going to try to fight out with Cygnus versus BGN. It won't really work out because they lose 3 in the end. CIS experience and put a little bit more damage onto BGN with Shadow Poison number 3. That wouldn't have killed it, but would have done a little more damage. 6-5 as Axe is the first one to go down. Invoker not having the best of times, but again, that was CIS experience involved in 4 heroes. Slark was farming all the while, gonna go for the exact same build that he went for the last game, and go for the drums.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
The drums and the race car will help him keep up with the Doom next time he decides to pop Scorched Earth and run. Between that and the Orb of Venom, it's gonna be hard for the Doom to escape the clutches of this Slark, and even if he does, Slark's going to be the one to win the regeneration war. There is no way to beat their Slark in a regeneration war. Ancient Apparition not yet at that level 6 mark. Wraith King very far away from that level 6 mark. So these supports from Islands not being as active, not nearly as active as the supports from the CIS experience. And we saw this in game number 1. I said that that was the chief reason why Island fell behind and why they ultimately lost. They're not changing things up, but I think in this game they could afford to not change things up because Death Prophet as a hero is so much more self-sufficient in this particular scenario. She is perfectly capable of now pushing towers, level 9. I guess one more level possibly, and then they'll want to crack some towers. And Born 2K is really, really quick as well. 379 movement speed, haste rune in the bottle makes her pretty quick, but 379 movement speed with one more point in witchcraft to go, with phase boots, and now going for a straight Yule's Scepter. She's going to be zipping around every which way. Titan looks like he's going to pick up another fight with Fantic. Fantic now going to get doomed. Cygnus is here to bail his buddy out. Is there going to be another denial? Bite Me going to look for initiation onto Titan. They will kill off Doom for sure, and actually Doom will kill off the Slark. Denied this time. Was attempted, I believe, by Cygnus, but it was missed just by a little bit. Doom gets experience from that kill, so he's going to be perfectly happy with the way that went. Meantime, top lane, BGN and company going to try to push this tier 1 tower on the top side. Bite Me is here, but he's got to be careful. If he gets hit with a stray arrow or anything of the like, he's just going to drop. In the meantime, Remake getting aggressed upon by this Death Prop, putting the screws to this Invoker. Gotta say, man, gotta say, if he had an Exhort build, he'd be winning that lane. I can almost promise you that. Or at the very least, he wouldn't be doing as poorly. Because right now, he is 4th from the bottom. That's not where we want to have your Invoker. Titan's going to jump back into this bottom lane, throw out a Shockwave, but looks like that push is going to be stopped for now. So this Invoker really needs just a little bit more time, a little bit more space. He's not going to go for a Hand of Midas, which, when you're far behind, it's hard to make that call and say, I want to go for a Midas. But at the same time, Invoker benefits so much from it that it might be a mistake not going for it. Well, he could be going for it, but just holding gold, because he's pretty poor, so there's that. Bite Me, does he have a Blink Dagger? No, he's 1,000 gold off of that. Looking for a tornado opening. Bite Me is just going to charge the other team. I guess that's one way to initiate. Slark is here as well, looking for a pounce. Will land one onto Sajiro, just like last game. He's going to blow this Ancient Apparition up, plus a 2-man tornado. Poison Touch onto Born 2K. Bite Me looking for a call. Will get hit with an arrow, though. Drop pretty low in the meantime. Has his Dazzle to support him. Shallow Grave with the spins. Let's see how many he gets. He's getting absolutely 0. However, it doesn't matter because they already taken down the Mirana. Looks like Axe will go down in the end. Born 2K on the way out will turn around for one more swarm, one more right click onto the Shadow Demon. He will take down him as well as the Slark. Now Matsuro gonna come in, get body blocked, and Dr. Wu will Majestic Charge. He'll live at 3 HP. Matsuro still on the chase. Beautiful play from Remake, body blocking not once but twice, and then throwing out a tornado onto Titan. He may pay for it with his life, however, because he's gonna get doomed. He's slowed down because of the Vortex, and Remake is definitely gonna go down one way or another. Dr. Wu is not gonna be able to deny him this time. Dr. Wu might even be in a little bit of trouble. Titan has another Shockwave in 4, 3, 2. Axe is going to come right back into this fight, and Shadow Demon is going to come back in as well. Can he get Disruption off on Titan? It will be close, but he will be able to do it. Ancient Apparition ultimate going to come in and hit onto Bite Me, but the call is there. Titan will get spun down. Chop goes the Axe, and Axe, by the way, he wants more. He's going to get frozen in place, though. Smoke, Dust is there, and the creep takes the arrow hit. Sojiro will go down yet again as Fantic is back in this fight. Born 2K is back as well, now packing that fresh Yule's Scepter. It looks like that might be the end of it, because if that Death Prophet gets caught, then she will simply die. No Mirana ultimate this time. Mat Zero has finally hit the level 6 mark, so he is going to look to die and use that as a slow. But it looks like right now, CIS Experience, they have 4 heroes on this top side. Invoker going to take this opportunity to go for a little bit more farm on the mid lane. And Island, they're going to bring all their forces to bear. This will be a very ambitious push from CIS Experience. I think this going for this will be all but suicidal. Bite Me, though, gonna get a 2-man call. Titan was invisible or smoked up or something. Bite Me can take a lot of damage. However, Mat Zero will go down. 2-man Ice Blast, and Kuko is gonna drop really, really quickly. He's gonna get put into a bubble. Actually, he missed the Ice Blast. Bite Me now gonna go to the death. BGN will get brought down before he kills off the Axe. Cygnus as well as Fantic both on the way out. Cygnus in a body bag. He's all but dead. Yeah, there he goes. Jiro will get dropped pretty low, but in the meantime, it is a 3-for-1 exchange. Island taking the better end of that one. As CIS, without their Invoker there for a Tornado EMP, would have, I don't really know if it would have swung the fight in their favor, but it absolutely would have wrecked Island's mana pool, I'll tell you that. Invoker taking the time now to get his Staff of Wizardry. 4-staff Yule's could even be a Necro Book. Necro Book would be pretty sweet, I think. I would like to see a Necro Book from this Invoker. The top lane's being pushed, and Titan is going to get the tower. Going to get all his mana drained out from him. Doesn't have a Doom, though. He does have Arcane Boots. He's called, though, so he can't cast it even if he wanted to. Axe thrown up into the air due to that Death Prophet, but they want more. Bite Me 300 away from his Blink Dagger. Really wishes he had it right about now. Sujiro moving pretty damn slowly, however. Bite Me, he really wants this kill. Holy crap, he wants this kill. Silence going to catch 2, and Invoker just with the right click is going to secure the Ancient Apparition kill. Born 2K will juke out the pounce, but Cold Snap is there with Battle Hunger. That is a never-ending supply of mini stuns. And that's going to be 3 down the top side for CIS experience, plus a tier 1 tower. That sounds like a pretty good deal to me. I mean, the Death Prophet, she was pretty quick, but not quick enough as she got kind of cut off there. And you can see that a farm Death Prophet is not going to win Island in very many games. If this Death Prophet gets focused, if the Axe picks up his Blink Dagger, which he just did, then Death Prophet's either going to have to be very quick on the Yule Scepter or very quick, very good on her positioning. Ideally both. But even if she does, there's a Slark, there's a Blinking Axe, there's an Invoker who's going for a Wex build. This Death Prophet is going to be very, very hard pressed to stay in a safe position, to not just get instantly gibbed. She needs to survive if her team wants to win, because Mirana, what does she have? Phase Boots Aquila. That's not going to be winning games anytime soon. Doom, yes, he has Doom, but aside from that, he's going to go for, that's it. He didn't really have the best game in the world for him. Cygnus can land the curse onto Titan. He's going to get called. He's going to get pounced. And, oh my god, the Demonic Purge plus the burst damage from Shadow Wave. And looks like a Weave's going to fly out onto 2. EMP will miss onto everyone. Ice Blast will come in, lay the effect onto Fantic. He'll just go to town onto Sajiro, though. Has his invisibility if he wants to, getting no regeneration from this. There's the Mirana ultimate, and Bite Me is here for, well, there's a pounce onto the Ancient Apparition. Slark will escape with 40 HP. Bite Me just distracting the Mirana. Dr. Wu also on his way out. Looks like he will be forced to Shallow Grave himself. Has a Urn charge, so he'll be just fine moving forward. And CIS experience get yet another set of 2 kills. And Island, they're slowly starting to fall further and further behind, though really the gold advantage not showing it. It's really showing the experience, as now the Slark has picked up his Blink Dagger. Between this initiation from Slark and the Axe, it's going to be really hard for Island to make fights happen, because again, the only initiation they have is a Wraithfire Blast from the Wraith King and a Doom from Doom. But really, Doom isn't the best way to initiate, because you have to run at them. There's no Blink Dagger or anything like that up on Doom yet. So initiation really just involves running at them. And really, any hero could do that. Literally any hero in the game. Remake is going to pop the smoke of Doom, and pings will go out. That was the least subtle gank I've ever seen in my life. That was pretty obvious. But 18 to 13, and Island, they're going to look to use this Death Prophet doesn't have her ultimate. Okay, Tornado EMP will catch no one's mana pool. That's fine, though. Titan's got to be a little bit careful, because he is clearly going to be bursted down really quickly if he gets caught. We've seen that a couple times already. Titan's on his way out. Looks like everyone is going to be backing off. If Island had their Death Prophet ultimate, that fight would have gone a little bit differently. There actually would have been a fight, first of all, so that's something. But looks like now CIS, they want to crack back. You really rarely do see crackbacks on Tier 1 mid towers, but it will happen this game, because Slark and Axe looking for opportunities to jump in. Slark on the top side is fully revealed, so there's no secrets here. Island, they have perfect vision of everything that's going on. The question is, will it be enough? Their Death Prophet needs to be here and needs to be in a good position with her ultimate. Ideally for Island, they get a 3-4 man kill, and they have enough Death Prophet ultimate to go for a tower. And not ideally, they lose everyone, obviously. Blink forward from Axe, going to catch Born 2K. Can they burst down this Death Prophet? She's going to Yule herself up into the air, but she doesn't have her ultimate up just yet. She's going to get a 3-man silent and then go for her ultimate. Fantic rather, is going to get burst down. Shatter, in fact, to the Ancient Apparition ultimate. Everyone else from CIS experience is going to be forced to back off. The Wraith King looking for another stun will get clipped with a Tornado. It looks like that will be it. Born 2K does still have quite a lot of duration on that ultimate of hers, so Death Prophet with her ultimate is going to be taking down the Tier 1 tower. They'll Bite Me is going to man mode 1v5, no problem, he says. Going to get Shallow Grave, so he's just going to keep running at the enemy team. Matsuro will get burned out of mana. Tower plus the Urn charge will finish him off in the end, but Axe goes down as well. Remake will force to staff his way out of there, and it looks like in the end just a 1-for-1. But hell, it takes balls of friggin' steel to do that as Axe. Their tower is going to survive for just a little bit longer. Arrow will fly. Now in deny range. Tornado will fly. No EMP follow-up because of that Yule Cyclone. And Island, they get what they want. CIS experience, they put up a good fight, but they're going to have to concede that Tier 1 tower for now. And Island, they have to keep doing that. They have a level 2 Exorcism with 4 points in Witchcraft. They can and probably should be going for more towers, but the timing just simply hasn't been right for them. This Invoker with his EMP is being so devastating in just the threat of having everyone on Island's mana pools being drained, that grouping up to fight is really dangerous, because it involves grouping up. And that's what Invoker loves, when the enemy is grouped up. Fantic With the Blink Dagger, it's not really going to help him kill anyone, especially if he gets tagged with the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast. Really not a fun hero to be playing against as Slark. Though Slark can definitely go for a couple of kills of his own, and Arrow will connect onto Dr. Wu. No follow-up from that one. But the Crypt Storms will fly, bite me. We'll get his Blink Dagger interrupted not once but twice. And here comes Titan looking for a Doom. He will get woven, or weaved. I don't know which one it is. Weaved? I feel like it's weaved. Tower out of the way will get put into deny range. That one's instantly going to be snapped off from the island.
Tower's been disowned.
So, CIS experience. Possibly pushing a little bit too hard right now. I think they have to go back and farm a couple more items. Stay safe for just a couple more minutes. Wait till the Slark gets something that'll help him do a little more damage. Or at the very least, try to pick fights where you're not sitting on an observe ward. That could really help. I would recommend doing that. Pro tips from the pros. Don't fight when you are completely spotted out by the enemy team and you're Slark, because you know when the enemy sees you. That should not be happening. Looks like we have pings every which way. Both teams going to sit back for just a little while longer. Death Prophet almost at her level 16 mark. She's getting a lot of experience right now. Again, a Death Prophet isn't going to win you the game, but when the contesters for farm aren't getting much either, well, she's looking pretty dangerous right now, especially with that Yule Scepter to keep her safe. Does have the Reaver, plus 25 strength, nothing to sneeze at. Tier 1 tower being pinged out now by Bite Me. Had a couple illusions here earlier, and in case you did not know, illusions for Axe do also counter Helix for full damage. It's pretty absurd. Teleportation coming in, instantly leap away from that Mirana. This tower will be held for just a little bit more, but Bite Me, you can see his eyes light up. He sees a target and he sees a kill. Matsuzero does have reincarnation up, but everyone from the island, they're coming down to this bottom lane, so this tower will be held for just a little while longer. I think it is wise of CIS experience to back off from this one. They don't know that they're completely spotted out. Slark should be looking for these wards. I saw Shout even earlier with someone earlier with 4 sentry wards. Yeah, 2 have already been used. Matsuzero leading the charge under cover of Moonlight Shadow. Bite Me is going to be spotted out, though he does have Blade Mail. He will get stunned up not once but twice, and Ancient Apparition Ice Blast. There he goes. He's as good as dead. He's going to try to teleport back to the base, but he's going to shatter no matter what. He's going to get stunned also. So who else is going to bite the dust? Remake going to get doomed up. Dr. Wu will deny him yet again. Dr. Wu, though, going to pay the price with his own life. No way for him to get out of there. And Island get a couple of kills of their own. Slark is in the back area. Matsuzero is going to get caught out, but he has reincarnation. He does not care. Slark has a Blink Dagger and Pound, so it's going to be really hard to kill this guy. Island, they're going to be split every which way, but I think at this time it's just a Roshan. There's 3 from the enemy team down. If Invoker was still alive, I would say Roshan would be a little bit riskier, but right now, as it stands, this is a free Roshan for them, especially with the Medallion being held by Matsuzero. Born 2K can pop off the Exorcism, and Roshan is going to melt like butter. Delicious, delicious Roshan. I think Slark is going to want to make something happen. No. Didn't have a Blink Dagger. He just used Blink Dagger, okay. So, Fantic, you're no Dendi, I'm sorry. And now you just gotta run. Because if you get hit with an arrow, you might just die. He's gonna escape perfectly fine, because that's what Slarks do. They always escape. Roshan gonna drop in. Who actually took the Aegis? Mirana's gonna pick up the Aegis. Now does have Maelstrom, so she's actually doing some damage now. CIS experience, they were ahead, but now it definitely doesn't feel like it. And, well, the golden experience does reflect that. Lead starting to go in the way of the island team. This Axe getting a lot of damage onto the enemy team, but there's really not that much follow-up. Invoker, I'm pretty sure for every single time now, has blown his load on absolutely nothing. I mean, EMP Tornado is great if it lands, but it hasn't been landing. I mean, the EMP has been exploding just a little bit too slowly, and, well, they actually want to fight this. Fantic, he's leading the charge, has a Blink Dagger, he knows where Matsuzero is, and Matsuzero's going to escape. Okay, well, I think it's probably good for CIS experience to not take that fight there, whether unintentionally or not. They need this Invoker to be landing his EMP. Tornado, who cares about that? It does some pretty good damage, I admit. I mean, 180, 225. It's like 300. It's a 300 damage nuke that only gets stronger from here on out, which isn't bad when it has such AoE. But the EMP is really what you want. That's 475 mana burned. That is huge. Plus, it does damage. I mean, there's also the damaging part. If that skill lands, if that burns out Doom or this Wraith King or anything like that, it'll be huge. But at this point, Doom has enough mana to still cast his ultimate, even if he does get hit with that EMP. So it's not really that huge anymore, and that's really the price you pay when your Invoker gets shut down so hard in lane, is that he can't contribute that much. He is a hero that needs a lot of levels, and level 13 right now isn't really terrible. I mean, he's second place, but you could see how much of an impact he's having in the game at this current state, because he wasn't able to contribute earlier on. Once again, CIS Experience going to try to go for this tower, but Fantic going to get doomed and stunned. And Ancient Apparition Ice Blast. I think the Slark is dead, guys. Dr. Wu showing himself. That's not a good idea. Matt Zero's on the chase. Has another Hellfire Blast blink forward from Titan now. And Cygnus, you are just so screwed, man. Like, I don't know how to put it, but you're just dead. He's going to get mech'd, Shallow Grave. Well, they really want to save this guy. EMP, get out to absolutely everything. Here comes Bite Me. He'll land a huge call onto 2, and he's going to instantly decapitate that Doom. Now going to try to go for Born 2K. Bite Me, you don't want to go for everyone, but the slow from the Skeleton King will not be enough. Bite Me will get tagged with an arrow, and there's the Death Prophet. The axe evaporates. Remake's going to get stunned as well. It's a double kill for BGN. Dazzle's the only one to survive, and that's not going to be for very long. Going to try to find refuge in the trees, but it's going to be a full 5-man wipe for the Dire side, as they have not that much more duration on this ultimate. Yeah, it's just going to run out right now, but Heart on the Death Prophet. She dropped pretty low, and it was a good attempt from CIS Experience, but taking that fight once your Slark has already gone down, that's just very, very hopeful for them. Once their Slark went down, they should have just bailed, because they cannot take a fight with that Slark. They need the Slark to be focusing down these soft supports. Otherwise, I mean, Axe did a lot of damage. He got a good call off, but there was no follow-up. There wasn't actually anyone to start killing people. That's what Fantic needs to be doing. This tower is going to drop one way or another. Looks like Matt Zero looking for initiation again. Well, actually, Cyclone onto the Slark. Did that actually save him from his arrow? It did. Bite Me's going to jump right in for some pretty good damage onto Sujiro. He will decapitate the Ancient Apparition. Matt Zero will get dropped as well. So that's a 2-kill streak for CIS. Double kill for the Axe. Not too terrible, but Island, they get the tower. Yes, they do get the tower. Death Prophet did destroy it. That wasn't even a fight that Island was really fighting. That was 2 of their supports getting caught out as the rest of the heroes tried to retreat. And that's because, well, Death Prophet has absurd movement speed, as I said before. Doom has Blink. Mirana has Leap. And Ancient Apparition and Wraith King have absolutely jack all. Fortunately for the Wraith King, that's going to change in about 40 gold, as he's going to pick up his Blink Dagger, another initiation route for the Island side. But I think at this point, Death Prophet just popping off for ultimate and then running at the enemy is as good initiation as you could possibly want. Maybe finally this bottom lane tower will go down. Fortification, man, this tower is going to stay up forever. Arrow, Ice Blast onto 3. The value is real, and Titan's going to jump forward for Doom on the Dazzle. The tower got denied. Dr. Wu's taking a lot of damage from this one. Put into a bubble. That does make you invulnerable for the duration. And he should be fine. Alright, so Titan blows a Doom, but the cooldown's not that high. And they get the tower deny. Island, they do have a level 3 ultimate on the Death Prophet. I think they should just group up in the mid lane, take that tier 2, and then back off. And then rinse, repeat, take out all the tier 3s. They have a Blink Dagger and Wraith King, so they could possibly think about going for high ground. Although I do think that's an unnecessary risk. I mean, there's no reason why you should try to breach the high ground when you could be perfectly okay with just sitting back for another, how long does this cooldown? For another 115 seconds, and then take a side lane, take another side lane, take all the tier 2 towers, get even more gold, so that makes reaching the high ground that much easier. Your Doom might have his Aghanims? Bloodstone? I don't know how much I like Aghanims on Doom. Blink Dagger's pretty cool, but you're rarely ever keeping up with your target when you actually use Doom, so I don't really know how much I like that. I would much rather see him pick up an Assault Cuirass. I mean, it'll really help against that Weave minus armor. It'll really help against the Axe, who does purely, or mostly physical damage. Battle Hunger is magical. And, of course, Slark is going to get brick-walled by that as well. And it'll, of course, make Born 2K's spirits do more damage. Spirit damage is all physical, so minus armor, you get that much more value. And they already have the medallion, but Assault Cuirass, I would say, by far a better item on Doom, especially in this game. I think objectively as well. Like, 10 times out of 10. I think it also costs more, so there's that. But you're Doom. You have Devour. It doesn't really matter. I would rather have my Doom have an Assault Cuirass than Aghanim Scepter 100% of the time. No exceptions. Don't really know what Island are planning to do right now. It looks like they want to smoke, but they... Okay, just waiting for a sentry. And they're going to smoke up and head towards the enemy which way? They see some Necro units. They want blood on the Invoker. And Matzer's in the front with a Blink Dagger Hellfire Blast. That could get a kill, and that might actually get a kill. There's a Doom onto Remake. Blink forward from Titan. Going to land a Stomp onto Remake as well. Matzer will blink out of there, in fact. Biteme's going to get a 2-man call. Will instantly decapitate the Ancient Apparition. Shallow Grave plus the Disruption onto Remake, who's they're struggling to keep him alive. Fantic is not going to do it. He's going to jump right in, try to go for Titan, but Titan's pretty damn tanky at this stage. The Slark has got to back off. 1 for 1 so far. BGN going to leap forward for an arrow, which will almost hit onto Bite Me. Not bad. But unfortunately, don't get points for almost. Unfortunately for Island, they pop off their Death Prophet ultimate, and it's timing down really quickly. So they use their Death Prophet ultimate for 1 kill. They'll put a little bit of hurt on this tower, but definitely not enough to make that warranted. They could still go for this push, seeing as though the Invoker's down, but Axe is really, really healthy at this stage. He's going to look to jump in. There he goes. Get a catch 3 and a whole boatload of creeps as well. He's going to do so much damage. Island, they're just melting. There goes the Doom. BGN going to leap out at the last minute, and Mad Zero will get 1 death. Born 2K will actually stun Fantic somehow. It's an arrow as he jumps into it. He will get Shallow Grave, though. Ice Blast will come in, killing off the Slark. That is a death sentence. And Bite Me also dropping pretty low as well. Cygnus can get another disruption onto Born 2K. Matt Zero going to jump forward. Has another Hellfire Blast. Wants a kill. Gonna get the kill as well. Tornado EMP, but Cygnus is going to, well, get mech'd up. And Shallow Grave. Matt Zero now on the retreat, and he's going to get chopped. Bite Me is going to survive, and Born 2K unfortunately cannot help his teammate. It's 3 down. CIS Experience take a really, really great fight. Axe is fine with Scorch Earth. He moves like a race car. I don't object to the fact that Aghanims is an item that can be picked up on... Oh, Ice Blast. I'm just saying Aghanims, as good as it may be on Doom, there is, I would say, rarely a scenario where I would have it over an Assault Cuirass. Like, I would say Assault Cuirass is objectively a better item on Doom. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, guys. Maybe it's just a casual point booster. Because, 5 armor is really not what you want to have versus Weave versus Axe. That's dangerous. He dropped really, really quickly. But anyway, that was also not the ideal fight for Island. They really have to stop grouping up. First of all, that's killing them. And that's not a good idea. You have to respect this Axe. And grouping up when you don't have Exorcism up on your Death Prophet, that's also kind of asking to be demolished. You need that Exorcism up, because at this stage of the game, yes, Mirana's doing some pretty good damage, but still the chief damage dealer is the Death Prophet for the Island side. If they don't have Exorcism, they don't fight. Simple as that. That's how it should be. They do have knowledge that the Roshan... No, that was a CIS experience. So CIS, they do know that Roshan is up. The question is, can they fight this one? Last time, they were not able to fight it because they couldn't assemble enough heroes. This time, they're definitely more capable of taking a fight, seeing as though Wex is maxed out, so Tornado EMP will absolutely devastate the island team if they're in the Roshan pit. And Axe has been getting some pretty good spins. Constant scouting with that Sunstrike. But Island, I don't think they really want to go for this just yet. To go for the Roshan, they have to use their Exorcism. They could not use their Exorcism and it'll be a lot slower. But that's really greedy. To take Roshan in a safe way, they have to use their Exorcism. And they really don't want to use their Exorcism for anything other than taking towers at this point. I mean, otherwise they would have done it already. Smoked up everyone from CIS Experience looking for a kill. They might find a courier. Is that worth it? Is that worth blowing a smoke over? I don't think it is. They're going to go right back down. Haster on Axe. He will find Born 2K. Blink forward for a missed call. And Fantic can jump right in onto Sujiro, but the Ice Blast is going to land on a whole bunch of people. Titan now going to try to go for Remake. Once again, Invoker with Doom. Not a happy camper. Matt Zero going to go to town on Dr. Wu. Does have enough mana for Reincarnate, but the Exorcism just doing work on everyone. Born 2K doing so much damage. Will silence onto Fantic, and the arrow will connect onto the Slark as well. Meanwhile, on the back end, the Shadow Demon is going to get cut down by the Ancient Apparition, by the Wraith King, and Bite Me is the only one to survive. He's going to blink out. No, he won't. The Cold Feet is there. Blink forward from the Wraith King, not up just yet. The Yule Scepter is up, but Axe is going to blink. Where's he going to go? He's not going to blink. Never mind. That's going to be a full 5-man wipe, and Doom, he hears my plea. He's going to go for a plate mail. He frickin' needs armor.
shape.
That's going to be a full 5-man wipe and Island. They lose the Doom. Boo-hoo. So what? They get a... Well, okay. Well, there's that thing that happened, but they're going to get a free Roshan. BGN at this point does enough damage, combined with the Vamp Aura of Mad Zero, combined with the Medallion of Mad Zero. They're going to take down this Roshan, and, well, there's no response from the enemy team either, so that kind of helps as well. Mirana should be taking this Aegis, as she did take the last one. And then, I think they are probably going to prep a... I think they're probably going to prep high ground. Normally, I would say go for a tier 2, but you have Aegis on the Mirana. And next Roshan, by the way, is also going to be cheese. Oh, hell yeah. Got double damage rune? Now they're going to go for high ground. If they don't go for high ground now, then I don't know when they're going to go for it. They could play it safe still and go for the tower, but double damage... Well, maybe they could just get a free tier 2. Yeah. I don't think CIS Experience are going to defend their tier 2. So they're going to get a free tier 2 and then go for high ground. So everyone wins. Look at that, guys. I'm right. Axe picking up a Shiva's will solve all those mana problems, though not sure if he's actually been experiencing any. Most importantly, it's going to get in there for that guaranteed damage on 2-3 heroes, plus the slow is nice as well. Double damage rune on Mirana actually not being used. Island, they are respecting the crap out of CIS Experience. Not even going to go for a tier 2 tower push. They just got to be content with the Roshan they got, but I mean, Hex Stick now up on Death Prophet. This Doom's getting really, really tanky with now the Plate Mail. I think you had to switch out this Plate Mail for the Ring of Basilius, man. Or switch the Ring of Basilius out for Plate Mail. That's the logical thing to do. Even Mad Zero getting a couple of items as well. He's been dropping quite a bit, but when he's not focused, he's going to town on the enemy supports, and you know he doesn't have that much farm, but still this Mortal Strike hits like a truck. That's 300, almost 400 damage onto that Lizard. I don't know how much armor the Lizards have, but I assume it's... Well... Yeah, I would assume it's about as much as the Dazzle has without Weave. So that's 400. That's a 400 damage crit. That's not bad. Plus, it's hard to focus down a Wraith King when you know he's just going to come back again. It's a hard prospect. But Invoker does have a level 3 Necro Book, Mana Burn on the field, plus, of course, EMP. Island, they could just go for a very, very safe, not greedy play and use Exorcism on this tower. Or they could go every which way and do things that don't do anything. Ancient Apparition has been shut down every single fight. He's been jumped in by Axe and then just spun, killed. Poor guy, really. This game and the last, Jiro has not had a fun time. Alright, here we go. Let's see if Island clump. Let's see if they pop the Exorcism for this one. They're clumping. That is not a good position to be in, but they get a free tier 2 tower at the very least. They will make it an even trade. Fantic as well as Remake looking to breach that top lane. But Island, they're really, really scared about this. They're going to all teleport up to the top lane, but it's not going to catch anyone. Ice Blast will come in a little bit too late to cancel any Blink Daggers. Titan will blink forward. But it looks like it's going to be Mad Zero to take the brunt of this one. Bite Me is going to catch him with a pretty big call, do a lot of damage to this Wraith King. Arrow going to come through. Mad Zero going to turn this one around, actually, because BGN is here. They will not be able to kill Bite Me just yet, but still Miran doing a lot of damage. Mad Zero has a reincarnation. There it goes. And Bite Me is going to, well, be forced out for now. Mad Zero going to lose all of his mana, but he already uses reincarnation. Here comes Titan. We'll get Doom on Bite Me. Will that be a death sentence? Well, with the level death, it sure will be. Fantic is going to jump forward, try to secure the kill on Mad Zero. He's going to get Shallow Grave, he's going to get stunned, and he will not secure the kill. He will try to pounce out. That's not going to happen either. Here comes the Death Prophet with so much damage. Arrow at point blank range will get that kill. Now Ice Blast going to fly through. Will connect onto Cygnus most likely, but I don't think there's any follow through. Death Prophet still has a little bit of time left with their spirits. Unfortunately, backdoor protection will mean that breaching this with the spirits is not going to do too much damage. It will do a little bit of damage as the melee units do come in, but not that much. But I don't think that's really going to matter, because with Invoker and Shadow Demon up, there's not much that CIS can do, and we have a disconnect. Alright, just making sure that everything on the stream side is in order, but take a quick item check while we have this little minute of pause. Fantic has gone for a Basher along with that Blink Dagger, Drums of Endurance, as his full kit so far, but he's getting destroyed pretty darn quickly. Remake on the Invoker, fairly tanky with that Necro Book, though. If he keeps getting doomed like that, he's just going to keep on dropping. Dr. Wu with the Nothing build, Shadow Demon actually mech almost 4 staff. This guy's pretty loaded. He's 9-4-12. He's been getting some kills. I don't know how. Maybe he's... How has he been getting kills? Just Demonic Purge luck, I guess? Yeah, Axe 10, 9, 14. Shiva's Guard, lots of armor, needs a big health item next. On the other end, Island. Well, Doom still doesn't have plate mail in his inventory. Ring of Basilius, 3 armor, 10 armor, 6 damage. Gotta get that mana regen aura. You know how it is, guys. But there's a Ring of Aquila on Mirana, so this should be the swap out. I just think he hasn't gotten around to it yet. Wraith King, with no items since I last checked up on him. Death Prophet packing 4,000 gold, so she has quite the trust fund lined up for her and her children. I don't know if these are her children. Kind of, maybe. Flavor-wise, don't really think it makes much sense, but we can make the argument. Mirana has picked up the completed Mjolnir, so now wielding the power of Thor. No great hero to slap that static charge on. Like, there's no axe, that's the dream, because he calls them. That's great. That's the dream. And Ancient Apparition. Holy crap, this guy is so tanky. Ogre Club, guys. He has an Ogre Club. Ogre Club confirmed. Ancient Apparition no longer going to die in any of these fights. He's going to live forever. But this top lane tower is going to take quite a beating. Deafening Blast hit onto everyone. Although not yet Mirana. Deafening Blast is coming for you, Mirana. Here it comes. I don't know if you could leap over it. Because Deafening... I don't know. Leap doesn't make you invulnerable anymore. It used to. I believe that's right. I don't think you can leap over it. I think if you do try to leap, then it will just stop your leap, and you'll get hit. You'll get hit with all the effects. So this is going to be a 3-man Deafening Blast. This will save the tower for a little bit longer, but I still think it's going to go down. The creep wave is only 1 range creep. Yeah, the creep wave is not too far behind though. So yeah, with 30 seconds off, this tower at the very least is going to go down. Invoker, not much he can do about it. Has a meteor that's really weak right now, but yeah, there we go. So Ice Wall is going to go down, not do too much of anything, and Mirana is just going to continue whacking at that tower. Tower is going to go down. Necro units get popped. Fortification off the mark. And now they're just going to back up and go again, because that's what you do. Fortunately for them, Ancient Apparition put stupid Chilling Touch on, so they're attacking slower. Chilling Touch does not dispel on buildings, guys. EMP, Tornado will miss onto everyone. The mobility is just too big. Now Sajiro going to get Demonic Purge. He will be fine to walk away, however. Melee Raxes do survive, and Island, they have to back up. 40 minutes in. First Rax has been taken, but it's only range Rax. Really, who gives a damn about that? These mega range creeps are kind of weak sauce. But the most important thing is that there is a lot of dough on the side of the island. There is Death Prophet who's picked up a Ghost Scepter, I want to say. No. Has gone for Plate Mail. So Shiva's Guard, most likely on the Death Prophet. Doombringer is going to go for that Assault Cuirass. Thank you, Doombringer, for listening in. Although, I don't know, maybe casual point booster? Who knows, who knows. 1,300 gold on the Wraith King. Mirana, well, point booster being picked up by the Ancient Apparition, so he's, once again, never going to die in this game. He's going to live forever. 2,000 gold on the Mirana. Can go for, I guess, an MKB? Yeah, I mean, Demon Edge is going to get picked up. There's no real reason to get MKB as far as True Hit is concerned. True Strike? True Hit? I don't, one of those two. True Strike. Same difference. But either way, lots of damage, lots more damage can be pumped out by the Mirana. And CIS experience, they're going to smoke up. They have substantial ward coverage, so they know that they're not being seen at the very least. And Aegis is going to run out very shortly. They might catch a timing here where the Aegis is going to get taken away from Mirana, and they might kill her off. But killing her off is going to be a tall order. There's a Tornado, will not hunt anyone. Jump forward from Fantic. They're going to try to go for Mat Zero, but he does have a lot of mana. He will be brought down, but Reincarnation is there. Born 2K, going to pop out the Spears and do so much damage. Ready to bring down the Shadow Demon, and Bite Me is going to get brought down as well. Blade Mail not doing nearly enough. Mat Zero going to get the stun onto Dr. Wu. They're going to annihilate him, and Cygnus is just going to call the GG. Island, they make it a 1-for-1 series, and at the end of the day, no one, absolutely no one, gets to keep their undefeated status. Thank you guys so much for watching. For more information on this league, head to ugcleague.com. Also, if you're into TF2, then, well, I guess I don't have to be telling you about them, but you should head over there as well if you like TF2. As for me, my information is on the screen. Stream is twitch.tv/Mikelorus. Mikelorus is also my Twitter handle. And that should be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you all next time, I think, which hopefully will be on Sunday. Alright guys, thanks for watching. The first UGC cast. Probably would have liked to cast the other ones, but what are you going to do? So, we will call the stream here, and I will see you guys some other time. If you are on the stream, then, well, my information, as I said before, is on the screen, except for my Twitch channel, because I did not prepare for this. Twitch is Mikelorus. I would appreciate it if you went and gave me a follow if you did enjoy the cast. If you have any constructive or destructive criticism, then be sure to let me have it. Other than that, guys, I'm going to call it good game.